All right, Matthew Ferracci was live on the ground in Jerusalem's Old City earlier today, interviewing people about this historic day. I want to share this interview with you now.
Matthew Ferracci, Israel correspondent with Real America's Voice. I'm standing here with Tim Ballard. You know Tim from the hit movie Sound of Freedom, in which Jim Caviezel played Tim. Tim's always flying around the world trying to save kids, and now he's got a new mission in southern Syria. And this is an exclusive, by the way, where Tim just got back from a town in southern Syria called Shweda, which was an insane thing to do because it's a war zone. Tim, first question, what on earth were you doing there?
Like you said, we had to rescue kids. And I literally just came. I'm wearing the same clothes I was wearing. I haven't even checked. From Shweda to here. Yeah, I mean, we went through Amman, but barely got out because, look, we've been working on this for two months. On July 14th, ISIS came in, possibly regime, folks. It's a mess. They slaughtered everybody. I've never seen anything like it. I don't think you could go back into any war in the history of warfare and see something worse than this. Yeah. Like, it was just go in, toss babies off roofs, rape everybody.
Like October 7th, right?
Like October 7th, but it was over 3,000 people that got massacred. There's still over 300 hostages, mostly women and children being sex slaves up and around Damascus. And it's a mess. They say it's a ceasefire, but it's not. I mean, there's gunfire in the streets behind us as we're trying to work. Like, it was crazy.
And let's just back up, Tim. So we had a couple months ago in southern Syria, we had this massacre done by ISIS forces, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And in that area of Syria, there's what people groups live there?
So it's a nation that's thousands of years old. It's the Druze people, and the Christians are mixed in, and they're all one religion at this point. They're just brothers, and there's peaceful people, wonderful people, and just these guys came in the night, July 14th, 15th, and just started destroying them.
And you decided to go into Shweda to check out, because the rumors are that they're depriving them of water, food, essential medical supplies. Essentially, this city of 700,000 people are all under threat. You went in to try to see what's actually happening. You're the first American that I know that's been in since this all started. Is that correct?
Yeah, they verified we were the first Americans in there, and it's not a rumor. They're in fact under siege, completely under siege. I mean, they're completely surrounded. ISIS has taken over all of the villages outside, so they've all congregated into Shweda. So that's 750,000 men, women, and children. There's barely enough to eat. Electricity's like on and off. And the people are dying. The hospitals are a mess. There are no hospitals, really. People are dying of cancer because they're lacking just simple treatments. And so what we're trying to do is open the corridor, we'd love it to go from Israel to Sweden, because that's the most prepared and willing and wanting to help. IDF is...
And there's Druze in Israel, right, that can help the Druze, and Christians can help the Druze and Christians in southern Syria, right?
That's correct. So the Druze is a nation thousands of years old, and then it got cut through by different borders and boundaries. So they're in Lebanon, they're in Israel, but the majority of them are in southern Syria.
So, Tim, let me just ask you from a policy standpoint in Washington, what does, I mean, I guess this isn't, first of all, first question, apparently this is not entirely up to Israel to fix this, correct?
That's absolutely correct. Israel needs the United States, and they've been awesome. We've briefed Congress, working with Ambassador Huckabee, who's totally in this and wants to fix this. So we have an opportunity, because last week, and this is why I went now, last week, Syria, Jordan, and the United States made an agreement, like a white paper, like a MOU, basically, that said that there has to be a corridor from Jordan. They agreed on Jordan, which is not horrible. You know, the Jordanians are willing to help as well. There's plenty of provisions, right? Because they were there for the Gazan people. That, you know, that's another story, because they were just selling it and not getting it to the people. So they agreed on it, but it was just in theory. So who's going to test it? You know, so I said, well, I'll go test it then. Let's go test it. And there's a trigger point. It's a bad agreement because the Jews weren't even represented. But there's a trigger in it that allows the United States to get involved, and that is that part of the deal was a ceasefire, and if they violate the ceasefire, then that means the U.S., together with the Red Cross, can come in and secure the corridor. Well, they violate it every night. A Christian man was killed a mile away from me last night. Okay, that's every night. And so they're violating the ceasefire. So the U.S. has every bit of moral authority and legal authority at this point to activate that clause in the agreement and secure the corridor with Red Cross. And we wanted to go run the corridor. That's why we did it that way. People would think it was crazy, but it's also the best way to go in quietly and to test it. Do I get a bullet in the head? Do I get through? The corridor, in theory, is supposed to be there. So I got through. I didn't get a bullet. We almost got a bullet in the head. Okay, that's a different story for a different time. But we can assure you that everything they're saying is true. We've confirmed it. We talked to the victims. We discovered the needs. We have all the evidence we need for it. The ceasefire is being violated by ISIS every single day, almost every hour of every day. And the world's just not watching, so we got to wake them up.
Okay, so once again, this is an exclusive. Tim Ballard just arrived, first American, again, that we know of, to come out of southern Syria, Sueda area. He's got footage. Obviously, you're seeing the footage live on your screen as we're showing you this. Tim, if we want to get involved, if people want to help, if people want to stop the senseless killing of Christians and other minorities, it's just blowing my mind. Where do they go?
So we have a foundation we stood up for this purpose. It's the Tim Ballard Foundation, tbfrescue.org. Please donate. We need help. They need help. And we're also going in to help the Gazan kids who, as the dust settles, everyone's going to see the bad guys were the same guys. The same people in southern Syria are the ones who are doing this to the children. They put up a smoke screen. Half the world fell for it. And we've got to dissipate that darkness and understand what's actually happening. There actually are good guys and bad guys. It's very clear. And the good guys and bad guys have set the battle lines everywhere, including in America. They've infiltrated America through demographic, through political warfare. I mean, it's already there. It could go kinetic any day. And we're so blind to it. We got to fight this war in Gaza.
So there you have it, Tim Ballard.